Hello guys, today in this video, we're going to help you to find out the best camera for photography in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Canon EOS R10. Canon is currently filling out the beginner to intermediate end of its EOS R mirrorless line like gangbusters, certainly more so than any other manufacturer. For a great camera and lens combination that can be had for less than £1,000/$1,000, the mid-range Canon EOS R10 is an excellent choice, as it can be bought with an 18-45mm kit lens and still come in under budget. The newer EOS R100 is cheaper still, but has pretty basic specifications. The EOS R10 is an APS-C camera, and the selection of APS-C lenses in the RF mount range is still disappointingly small, meaning you may be stuck with imbalanced full-frame lenses. For an alternative though, consider shelling out for an FESR adapter. Once you've paid that initial cost, save money by getting one second-hand. You have access to an enormous range of ultra-cheap F-mount DSLR lenses, which will work on your EOS R10 with full functionality. Number 9. Canon EOS R5. When shooting portraits, it's a good idea to focus on resolution. Your subjects won't be running away from you. Well, you'd hope not, so you don't need hyper-accurate autofocus or fast burst. But they may want high-quality prints of the shots you take, which is why having plenty of pixels is a sound move. The Canon EOS R5 is a high-resolution, full-frame camera that is ideal for capturing perfect people pictures. In portrait, getting the eyes super sharp is crucial. The EOS R5 is equipped with face and eye detection autofocus that can take care of this with pinpoint accuracy. In our full review of the camera, we found that it worked incredibly reliably, allowing us to make the most of the camera's gorgeous, high-resolution sensor. The EOS R5 isn't a perfect camera. As we said in our review, the battery life could be better, to the point where you may want to think about picking up the BG R10 battery grip if you plan on extended shoots. Number 8. Fujifilm Instax Mini 12. When it comes to photo quality, the Fujifilm Instax Mini 12 can't compete with present company. But if you want an instant camera that's affordable, easy to use, and fun to shoot with, we think the Mini 12 is a winner. Building on everything we loved about the Instax Mini 11, it makes it simple for beginners to create small but vibrant printed snaps. The Mini 12 benefits from parallax correction, which we found a useful addition. It means what you see when framing is closer to what gets printed. Number 7. Olympus Home DM10 Mark IV. It isn't the latest Micro Four Thirds model on the market, but if you want a travel-friendly option for shooting impressive stills, we think the Olympus Home DM10 Mark IV represents fantastic value. The result of careful refinement over several generations, the Mark IV offers a generous feature set and works with hundreds of affordable lenses. In our review, we noted that its 20MP sensor enables the Mark IV to capture greater dynamic range than smartphones and compact cameras. We were also very impressed in testing with its 5-axis and body image stabilization, which gives it the edge over rivals like the Fujifilm X-D200 when shooting handheld. Number 6. Fujifilm Zone 100 volts. On paper, the Fujifilm Zone 100 volts should make sense. A compact camera styled like something from the 50s, with a fixed 23mm f/2 lens and a premium price tag. Yet the model's predecessors have become iconic among street photographers, and the Zone 100 volts echoes their spirit. Understated and timeless, we found its compact retro body very special in our review. The Zone 100 volts keeps what worked on the Zone 100 farads, only tweaking what it needs to. There's now a tilting touchscreen, which we found very handy in testing, and a weather-resistant body. Although you need to add a filter to the lens to get full weather sealing, the series fixed aperture lens setup has always been fantastic for street and portrait photography, and the results are only better now that Fujifilm's added a new 26.1MP APS-C sensor paired with the latest X processor 4. Number 5. OM System OM 1. Not everyone needs a full-frame camera. Like the Fujifilm X-D4, the OM System OM1 embraces the benefits of a smaller sensor to create a compelling alternative for photographers who prioritize size, versatility, and a fun handheld experience. Thanks to its stacked Micro Four Thirds sensor, the first of its kind, and a speedy TruePix 6 processor, the OM1 performed admirably in most art tests. Quite simply, it's one of the most enjoyable cameras you can buy. We found that the OM1 performed well up to ISO 1600 and had slightly less aggressive noise reduction than its Olympus-made predecessors. Its computational modes are also the best you'll find outside a smartphone, with the likes of high-res shot, Vivendi, and in-camera focus stacking going some way to compensating for its smaller sensor. Number 4. Canon EOS R7. If you don't need full frame, we think there's no crop sensor camera that can currently beat the Canon EOS R7. In our review, we highlighted its superb autofocus performance, excellent in-body image stabilization, and a class-leading detail delivered by its 32.5 MP sensor. Across a range of scenarios, the EOS R7 produced lovely images in our real-world tests, although its full-frame cousins still have the edge in low light. We were also impressed by its 30 FPS burst speeds, which make it a great choice for sports and wildlife enthusiasts. Number 3. Canon EOS R10. It isn't the cheapest camera for beginners, but we think the Canon EOS R10 is the best option for those starting their photographic journey. Spiritual successor to Canon's popular mid-range DSLRs, the EOS R10 has two standout skills: impressive subject tracking autofocus and speedy 15 FPS burst shooting, which was previously unheard of at this price. Both combine nicely to make the EOS R10 a versatile little camera for shooting all kinds of subjects, from portraits to speeding pets. Number 2. Sony A7RV. The Sony A7RV takes up the mantle from the A7R4 as Sony's sharpest full-frame mirrorless camera. As we found in our review, it also solves several of the A7R4's drawbacks to become a more complete professional camera. A new 61 MP sensor and Beyond's XR processor team up to deliver remarkably detailed stills. 8 stops of image stabilization made it easy to shoot handheld in testing. 2. We were also impressed by the effectiveness of real rhyme recognition AF. It's not perfect, but it can generally detect a range of subjects and capture them crisply. From our time with the A7RV, we think its level of detail makes it best suited to landscape and studio work. Number 1. Sony A7 IV. Following the fantastic A7 III was never going to be easy, but the A7 IV is a worthy successor. With a new 33 MP sensor that's solid for both stills and video, it's a compelling mirrorless option for hybrid shooters. In our review, we called it a brilliant blend of photographic power and video versatility. A price hike does mean it's no longer an entry-level full-frame camera like its forebear, but a Beyond's XR processor powers solid performance that broadly justifies the extra expenditure. The A7 IV also benefits from Sony's class-leading autofocus skills, plus upgrades like 10-bit video and an almost endless buffer depth with this FX Express card.